welcome back to my channel. This is Steph from glitzzygem. Thank you for watching. For those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also give my video a thumbs up because it helps out my channel. And I'm back. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and I'm back to talk to you about my vet visit and I took my baby to. So first off, I have a bag in front of me here of what they gave me at the vet's office. Okay, so let me show you the bill that they charged me. If you can see, everything that he had to get done that day is on here. Everything he got done yesterday is on here, and this is how much it costed. So that's a lot of money. And then they're saying he's gonna need surgery. Okay, so, and that's another $852 by June the 7th. All right, so if anybody is read any descriptions down below in my comment sections if y'all do or you don't. Maybe y'all could it'll let you know how you can help me out on my channel to help me grow, and also to help me out in situations where to continue showing you content on my video. I'm not saying it's just optional, it's just for me to let you know this is what I have to go through on a daily basis, with my bills. And $196, close to $200, it's $4 off of $200 I had to pay today for my dog. I don't have that kind of money. Okay, so let's see what they did. So they did your vet visit was with the technician, with the tech, the one who was the assistant. There was no charge. They didn't charge me a fee for having her as my assistant. Okay, my tech. The office visit, for one thing, was $20, which was a pretty good deal for an office visit. $20. Then they gave him Vetalog, which is also called triamcinolone. They gave him 2 milligrams of that, and that was for his itching. That one was $20. Now, separately by themselves, they don't sound, like too expensive. Don't sound too much, but all together it adds up. So, I mean, if I were to go in there and just gave him the $20 shot, that would have been okay. But he needs more than that. He is in bad shape. Like, not in bad shape like he's limping or he's disabled or he's crippled or anything like that. But my baby, has a lot, as far as like health goes, like a lot of stuff that needs to get done. Vaccines. Okay, so then they charged me for a Tris or a Tris Ultra with Keto Flush. Yes, what that is this right here. It's a 4-ounce bottle that they gave me, and what this is for his lesions. It's like a lotion or a little solution to put over his wounds, because he was biting into them because it was itching so bad. Like, his skin was itching so bad because of the allergy. When I took him to the vet, okay, so let's go through this bill first. So that's what I paid. So it was $18 for this. Then they also charged me for a Comfort Anti-Itch shampoo, because when I bathed them I bathed them on, I think I bathed them, what's today? Today's Wednesday, I'm sorry. So I bathed them on Monday, and I used, soft soap, antibacterial hand wash, because I didn't have any dog shampoo. And I thought, well, that seems to be kind of gentle enough, so I bathed them with that. And the poor baby, when he came out of the bath, came out of the tub, he was fine. But then as soon as he got into his kennel, to dry off, because his skin was wet, his fur was wet, and his skin got wet, he started itching, and he looked like his skin was turning pink and red. And I felt so awful and bad, because I felt like I'm the one that irritated his itching or his allergy that he had. And I felt so awful. I don't know what to do. I was trying to help, remedy remedying my baby from, for him to stop itching, because it was getting to the point where it was becoming very concerning, because he just kept itching and itching, and I was like, my goodness, it's gonna break through his skin, and then he's just constantly itching, and I can just tell, like, if that was me in that position, I know I would not feel comfortable. He kept giving me signs that he was uncomfortable. He kept whining. He was barking. He wanted to come out of his kennel. He wanted to leave. He was scratching his face up against the cage. He was scratching his face, just like, just rubbing across the cage, just to soothe, the itchiness that he was having on his face. So I went over and I started scratching his face. I started scratching all over his body, and that seemed to help him a little, because he was calm when I was next to him, and he liked being next to his mama. He was just more, he wasn't itching, but he liked leaning next to his mama, and I was itching and itching him, and then I was just petting him, and I'd stop, because I could only take so much fur, and I was just, my legs were, I was bent, I was down on my legs, and I had bent my knees down on my legs, and trying to spend as much time with him, trying to calm him down, trying to soothe his itchiness, and there's really nothing much I could do. So I just got up, and I was like, okay, but I did go throughout the day. Going over to him, and was itching him, was petting him, and kind of itching his little skin areas where he was feeling itchy, and so I did that throughout, when I was, even when I come home, like maybe every hour, every 2 hours, I'd go and I start, petting him and start scratching his skin, and it seemed to calm him down. But then after a while, he would start itching up again. His itching will start back up again. So it was like that for a whole week. A whole week he was itching, and I was like, I didn't have the money to take him to the vet. I don't have the money to take him to the vet. So I finally broke down and said, you know what? I have to take him to the vet. I have to see if maybe they can work with me on payments. They don't do payment plans there. That you need to pay everything up front. I couldn't do anything further. So let me tell you what else he got. Okay, so he had to get his rabies shot. It was due for his rabies shot. That was $30. The shampoo. This is that shampoo I was telling you about. This one right here. This one is an anti-itch shampoo, and it's medicated for temporary relief of itching and scratching on dogs. And that one was $28. Okay, this bottle here is $28. Then they charged me for a biohazard waste disposal fee for $2. So then come his vaccines. He needed his Bordetella, his oral Bordetella medicine. So I had to inject that. I had to give it to him myself, because the tech tried, giving it to him, because this is a syringe, right? Oh, without the needle, it's just a syringe. You had to squeeze it in his mouth, where he had to drink it. He had to drink the liquid. The technician didn't have any success with that, so she said, here, you try it and see if you're able to, have him. Maybe you'll be able to get him to drink it better than I could have. So I tried. He did. He was a lot more calmer with me. So I calmed him down. I said, okay, hold on, it'll be okay. Just hold on. You gotta drink this, okay? So I went ahead and he kind of stopped moving around too much, and he was just, it's just a wonder, it's just, I don't know what the word to describe it is, whenever a pet loves their owner so much that when they're around their owners, they feel safe. So that's what I was getting from him when I was about to give him the syringe, the Bordetella oral syringe vaccine for him to drink it. He did calm down a little. he wasn't too comfortable with me sticking something down his mouth because he had his teeth closed, and I tried to get it to where I can get it to where he can open up his teeth. He opened up just a very little, and I squeezed it in. I squeezed the vaccine in there, and he drank it up. He drank up his vaccine. He took it. So it's just amazing. I guess I'm trying to say it's amazing to have that feeling that an animal companion has for their owner. And yeah, it's just it's very heartwarming, very heartfelt. So, you know, they depend on their owners, so they feel this love for the owners. They trust their owners. They depend on their own. In other words, I mean, they worship their owners, so I just, my heart just melted, The next thing they had to give him was the Heart Guard Plus, which is the heartworm medication, that he takes each month. So I had to buy one of those. Also had to buy one of the Next Guard medication for the fleas, flea medication each month. They also did a heartworm test to see if he has heartworms. So they did that, and it came out negative. So he didn't have any heartworms, and he's 6 years old now. And I've been taking him to the same vet, which this veterinarian has been there since I've brought my pet there, and he's been there even longer than that. And he's a very good vet. He is. He's very good. He loves his animals. He has a very, very extraordinary team of employees. I mean, I cannot tell you how their employees are the best. Great. They're great at customer service. They're great at what they do. They're very kind, very understanding. They're patient. They're not like those places where you take them to like the 24-hour places or emergency rooms where they just want to get you out of there, or they just want to patch things up real quick, and just they give you this vibe like they don't want you there, like they want you to leave already, or they don't want to be bothered with. Because I've had experiences like that in other vets, like even like urgent care vets, they're open 24 hours. I get that feeling where they're like, I see where they want us, they're gonna care for the animal, but I can kind of get that feeling from some of the techs that work there that they're just fed up, they're just frustrated, they just want to leave, they don't want to, they just want to go home, and I understand, but I understand your frustrations, and I understand, just understand, the patient as well, and you understand what they're going through and what the owner's going through and what they're going, because these techs and vets, they see this every day. So to them, it's like nothing, to them, it's just, I don't know why you're making a big deal about it. It's not, like they don't tell you that, but it just seems like in their mindset, it just seems like, oh, we deal with this every single day. It's nothing new to us. So they're used to it, but I'm not used to that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, so sometimes, yeah, I'm not trying to, throw any shade towards the veterinarians or the technicians, because, they do work hard, they work long hours, and they do have to deal with, pets, animals that are aggressive, and they do have, I'm not belittling their work or their job. I'm not belittling, what they do, because what they do is extraordinary to me. I admire that. I admire people who work with animals and who are there to take care of them. So I am grateful that they were able to take care of my animal. Even in places where you have people where they have that kind of like that attitude where they feel like, okay, it's nothing new to them, but it's new to you, but not new to them, and it's something they see every day, and it's something like, calm down, like there's nothing wrong, it's not a big deal, or if it is a big deal, they're used to giving bad news, they're used to letting you know, okay, well, your dog has this, and like nothing, like no sentimental feeling or sympathy or anything like that towards you. They may say, I'm sorry, or they may, it's like they deal with it every day. So it's kind of like, to them, it's nothing new. It's nothing too sentimental about it. You know, I'm not saying, because I mean, it's not like they know your pet, like they're attached to your animal, so they don't feel what you feel towards your animal. They understand how you feel, but they have a job to do as well. So so that's what I'm just saying. I'm just grateful that they are able to, to take care of the pets, and they're there to, to give them the care that they need. But this place where I go to, oh, they are wonderful. They have a wonderful staff. They're very patient. They're very, I'm telling you, they have great customer service. They're very professional. I not once had a complaint to say about the staff or the veterinarian at this clinic. And it's one of those clinics that are low cost clinics, not the ones where you take them where, they're very expensive clinics or anything like that. No, this is a low cost, low budget, low cost, low budget clinics, So, for a clinic, I'm not trying to say that because they're low cost and they don't charge too much, or they're, one of those clinics that are like for low income people. I'm not trying to say that they're supposed to be, that they have this like stereotypical the stereotypical vibe, or the stereotypical, we call it, this stereotypical known to be like have bad customer service or unprofessional or not clean. Or no, this place is clean. They have very good staff, great customer service. I mean, great service. I mean, great service from the vet, great service from the techs. I'm telling you, I can go on and say so much about this place where I take my dog. I can say so many good things about this place where I take my dog. It's just, like I was trying to say, it's I know that it may be like I was saying, the stereotypical, thing people would think, of a place that is for low cost or low budget kind of places. They would think that they would have like the worst service or not very good equipment or not so clean. No, it is not. This place is very clean. They're very up to date with their health care, with their services, with their equipment, So I am very, very happy with this pet clinic. So in total, everything came out to $196. So I do want to thank them and letting them know, that I really do appreciate their services, and I really do appreciate the way they treat their customers. They treat the animals. They care for the animals. They talk to you like a human being. They don't down talk to you. They for being, like I said, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, because you think like these 5-star or highly rated other clinics, are that way because they're more expensive and they're more luxurious, or they have an X factor to them, to care for the pets, or maybe they have better equipment. I don't know what it is, but I was, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but because really that's just being like, what is that? That's just being like biased, or being, you kind of tend to get this feeling or this vibe that area or that neighborhood isn't good, which is not true, because I live in an area where people stereotype my neighborhood and they say my neighborhood is not a very good neighborhood to live in. But I had no issues where I live at. I had no issues with any kind of shootings, no kind of no kind of like violence or any kind of, no, even though the area may not look as nice as some of the other areas, who I'm surprisingly, you know, nicer areas, you know, would tend to have lower like crime rates. They have higher crime rates than, you know, where I live. You know, maybe where I live, I think that the only thing that might have happened to me was like my car got, my van got stolen, but it was before the holidays, and I had a whole bunch of stuff from my, I was moving from one city to another. I had a whole bunch of stuff in my van, and I didn't, and I was going to start my job the very next day, so I didn't get a chance to, you know, that night to take everything out of my van or take anything out of my van. So when I went to work the next day, because I wanted to get my rest, you know, to work the next day, start the new job, and then when I came out, my van was stolen. So that's the only bad experience I've gotten from living here in my neighborhood. But, you know, so yeah, some people may just look at my neighborhood and say, no, that's a really bad neighborhood. And to some extent, yeah, you can say, yeah, it is, because you might, you know, there are some areas in my neighborhood where you don't want to be around because there's, you know, bad influences, bad, you know, recreational activities that go on that you don't want to, you know, that no parent would want their children to participate in or get involved with. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's the only thing that I can think of. But as far as shootings go, crime, stealing, and all that, I mean, it's just like your average neighborhood. As whenever you go to those, you know, upper class neighborhoods where they have, you know, more tighter security, you still get the same amount. I mean, I don't know if you get the same amount of theft ratio or not, but, you know, it's just the stereotypical mindset of someone, you know, that like me, I'm guilty of having that mindset at one point, you know, but I'm grown out of that. I'm grown out of that mindset, you know, stereotyping neighborhood, stereotyping people, stereotyping. I only see what I see, you know. So yeah, so that's that. And so this here, what I have in front of me, this here in front of me is an envelope, and this is the envelope to send off to the city to show them that he had his rabies shots. So this is his rabies certificate, showing you that little part, you know, to show you that he got his rabies vaccination. They give you an envelope for you to mail out to the city to let them know to register the dog, because the dog has gotten his rabies, and he's got his rabies tag. Yeah, for the collar. So that was my experience at the vet. That was my experience at the vet. Took him home. He still was itching a little. Not as much as he was yesterday. Yesterday he was itching really bad. So, and now, I mean, he was itching today after the vet visit as well. Like I said, he was itching, you know, when I got him home. So I called the veterinarian. I said, hey, I took him this morning, and it's already, you know, it's already been so long, and he's still itching. So, I mean, did the medication take effect, or is there some, or does it take a little longer for the medication to work, you know? So, and that's what they told me. They said it's going to take a little longer depending on the dog. You know, it's going to take a little longer for the medication to work through their body system. So now I can say tonight, because I am recording this at night this day. I am pre-recording this, so, and this is tonight, this day. He has not been itching like he was before. Before, he was itching non-stop, and I felt so bad for him because he was in so uncomfortable positions. He had to bend over backwards. Like, he had to bend backwards to bite his little tushy tail to to soothe his itch, you know. And I just felt so bad. I felt so awful. But yeah, so that was my experience at the vet clinic, and awaiting the surgery date, which is June the 7th, which is a Tuesday. It's on a Tuesday. I'm awaiting that surgery, that appointment, and that's the one that's going to cost me $852. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to try to see, you know, what I can do to make do so that they can give him his surgery, because he needs it. Oh, I didn't tell you what happened. Okay, so I just showed you what they gave him. Okay, so for the surgery that he's going to have, yes, he's going to have surgery. If you're probably thinking surgery, you didn't mention anything about surgery. Okay, so I did mention it earlier in this video, but okay, so what happened was when I took him over there, I said, hey, I don't know what's wrong. You know, he's been itching a lot, but he has these like lesions, these bumps on his skin, and they told me that they're tumors. He has tumors, and so he has to have the surgery to find out if those tumors are benign or if they're active tumors. And I've noticed that he has it all over his body. He has these little, he has big ones and he has medium-sized ones. He has little ones. And I was like, well, he has them all over his body. I mean, is that dangerous? Is that dangerous for him to have those on his body? He says they're not dangerous, but we need to make sure that they're not active. You know, make sure that they're benign. You know, they're not active. And I was like, okay, that's another ballpark right there. And I was just thinking to myself, I just hope and pray to God, you know, that they're not active cells. Hopefully they're benign. And he said that the hair follicles of the pet fur, the pet hair, the hair follicles as they're growing out, you know, they have a lot of fatty acids, so that's what's causing him to have the tumors. You know, so I'm just thinking the way he kind of like, from my understanding, was like because of his hair follicles, how they grow out. I'm thinking, you know, because you know how some people, you know, I don't know if you ever experienced having like an ingrown hair. I know men get them a lot when they shave. They get ingrown hairs and they get bumps and stuff like that on their skin, you know, bumps underneath their skin. And I'm thinking that's what's going on with my dog. It's like he's getting ingrown hairs, or like the vet said, the fatty acids from the hair follicles of his hair when it grows out, it's causing him to have those bumps, those tumors to grow. So that's what he said. So I'm just awaiting that date, June the 7th, and I'll keep y'all posted on him and letting y'all know, you know, how things go with the surgery and before the surgery, or, you know, when I get more information, you know, before June the 7th, I will upload a video, you know, on another Wellness Wednesday for my dog, for my canine, my pet companion veterinary visit Wellness Wednesday. So I'll go ahead and keep y'all posted on that. All right. Well, I just wanted to share that with you guys, just to let y'all know that, you know, of what had happened at the veterinarian. And appreciate you guys watching my channel. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for listening to what I have to say. I just hope you didn't take anything out of context of what I was saying, or taking what I've said wrong or bad, or how I was trying to explain it, or how it came off, because you know, I'm kind of bad with my words sometimes. So that's just something about me. Like, that's nothing new. I'm kind of bad with my words. I kind of have to think about the words I have to choose and when I speak, because sometimes I don't say the correct words, and they come out they come out kind of, you know, they come off kind of like it kind of rubs off wrong. That's even something they kind of come off kind of bad sometimes whenever I speak and try to explain myself. But I'm not, you know, trying to come off in a bad way when I explain things, you know, to you guys. I just need to learn I just need to learn more on how to explain myself and not use words that are gonna look or sound bad, or that not look, but that sound bad or don't sound, or that come off kind of wrong, you know, which is not the case. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, say anything that will come out kind of, you know, like controversial, political, or with what I say. You know, it has nothing to do with any of that. It's just more of like how I'm trying to explain myself. You know, how some people, you know, have a mindset of, and so sorry if I kind of confused y'all in the way I, you know, spoke to y'all about, you know, about the stereotypical mindset, you know, and stuff like that. I hope that didn't come off wrong, because that wasn't my intention to come off wrong. My intention was more like trying to explain to you what I'm trying to say, you know, like, you know, so, yeah, that can become a little political and controversial, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm being biased, or I'm being racist, or I'm being, you know, like stereotypical, because I'm not. I'm over that phase. I'm older. Maybe when I was younger, I might have had that mindset, but now I'm being more mindful about things. So even though I might have, you know, I might have said some negative things about some experiences I might have had, you know, with vets, or like vet clinics that would take my pets to, you know, and the difference in how some of the technicians and veterinarians, you know, personalities are, you know. So, you know, I was just trying to explain to you how, you know, I've had experience both, you know, with good and bad, you know, personalities. That's what I was trying to say. All right, well, I'm not going to make this video any longer, you know, with babbling with my words here. So, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really do love you guys. And thank you for supporting my channel. And let's continue on with getting this gem to 1K subscribers. Yes, so at the end of this video, you will be seeing my giveaway video for my 450 subscribers. And now I'm at close to 600 subscribers. Let's keep this momentum going, please. And I really do appreciate you guys for getting me this far. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have gotten here. Especially also want to thank all my YouTube creators who have gotten me this far as well. And because without them, I wouldn't be here either. I wouldn't be at this momentum or milestone either. So I want to give them a great thank you and a great shout out to them as well. So I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.